Hi, my name is Maddie Jinks, and I have been given the daunting task of introducing Liv Gamble. Liv is intimidatingly cool. She is probably the coolest person I know, completely unique and effortlessly confident in herself. Not to mention that she somehow manages to balance her schoolwork with her time-consuming career as a ballerina, both of which she gives her all. Liv simply walks through life with a certain level of poise that no one else can compete with. Even when she is rushing to class through the halls, Liv carries herself with elegance and a little bounce. While she may seem intimidating to those who don't know her, Liv is actually one of the most caring people I am lucky enough to know. So, please give it up for the funniest, kindest, and coolest person, the Olivia Horton Gamble.
When I was 4 years old, I leapt from chair to chair in my living room, landed head first on the corner of the coffee table, busted my chin open, and got a row of stitches that has left a scar forever. Then, when I was 4.5, I ran into the clothes rack at a Target and proceeded to get stitches right above my left eyebrow, leaving another permanent scar. And when I was 4 3/4, my luck failed me again as I mindlessly ran around the wet floors of my bathroom, fell face first on the side of the bathtub, and was rushed to the hospital where I was given another row of stitches that went from the top of my hairline to right between my eyes. After 3 freshly stitched wounds, you'd think I would have had it figured out that large metal objects will cut your face open if you act recklessly around them. And this is the part where I tell you I learned my lesson and I haven't gotten stitches since. But the truth is, by the time I turned 6, I had gotten stitches 4 more times. And might I add, they were all in my face. Yes, that's a total of 7. 7 different times in the span of 2 years that my face was cut open and stitched back together. It seemed like every other week I was heading to the hospital trying to protect the seats of my mother's Volvo station wagon from the bloody mess that covered my face. But after that 3rd trip to the hospital, my parents and I were pretty used to the whole fiasco. Everyone was over it. Even my friends were tired of hearing about the new scar I had gotten over the weekend. But when I tell you about the first time it happened, you think I was describing an episode in a soap opera. The whole scene was completely dramatic. I remember on the way to the hospital, my dad was heroically ripping up an old t-shirt with his teeth in the back of the car and wrapping it around my face to stop the blood, holding me in his arms as he rushed me into the sliding doors of the hospital, expecting some sort of gasp from the nurses and for me to be rushed into the ER and have surgery performed immediately. Instead, the nurse, who quickly figured out that I was not a victim of head trauma, with an eye roll, told my dad, and I quote, "Sir, you need to calm down." My dad, who felt slightly insulted, but more than anything embarrassed, has since learned to laugh about it. And so have I. Looking back, after every dreadful blow to the face, all I can do is pick myself up, laugh it off, embrace my scars, and keep moving on with a little more caution than before. Ladies, I've just given you the key to life. If I've learned anything, is that it's okay to run into clothes racks at Target, bathtubs, coffee tables, the monkey bars, once or twice or even 7 times. Just make sure you can pick yourself back up, laugh a little, and move on. Because that's all you can do. Move on and learn to laugh. Take Carson Springfield. She was late to school approximately 58 times last year. In the 4th quarter alone, Carson managed to get 22 tardies in history. Just look at her now. She hasn't been late once this entire year. Why do you think they say learn from your mistakes with an S, plural? So for goodness sakes, channel your inner Carson or your inner preschool Liv and go live your life. Fall down a few times, then a few more, and with each time you'll start to see that getting back up gets a little bit easier. Thank you.